Welcome back everyone to Most Amazing Top 10. My name is Danny Burke and today's video is called the Top 10 People Found Frozen in Ice. Sometimes the titles do all the work for me when it comes to intros. Also guys, if you like Fortnite and you want to see Landon playing Fortnite, then check out this link up here. He's made a brand new channel called Fortnite Central. There's also going to be a link in the description box below. Check that out if that sounds like your sort of thing. Starting off at number 10 now, we have the Inca Girl. This is the 500-year-old preserved body of an Inca girl who was sacrificed as part of a religious ritual. She was discovered with others in 1999 at the summit of a volcano in Argentina. After conducting some tests, scientists concluded that she had been given drugs and alcohol to make her more compliant in the ritual that ultimately killed her. The incredibly cold and dry conditions there helped preserve her very well, making it seem as if she just fell asleep one day and never woke up. Next up at number 9 now, we have Otzi. In 1991, scientists at the Austrian-Italian border found the 5,300-year-old preserved body of a man. He became known as Europe's oldest natural human mummy and has been studied in great detail to learn about how the Copper Age Europeans lived. They deduced that Otzi was about 45 years old when he died. By examining his stomach contents, they even know what he ate for breakfast and lunch on the day he died. Moving on to number 8 now, we have the cows. The remains of Marceline and Francine Demoulin were found preserved in the Swiss Alps. They had been missing for 75 years. The eldest daughter of the couple, who was 86 when her parents were finally discovered, said that her parents went off one night in 1942 to milk their cows and just never came home. Their bodies were discovered in a glacier where a ski lift carried unwitting tourists overhead. Another one of their daughters said the news gave her a deep sense of calm that they had finally been found. Next up at number 7 now, we have Juanita. This is the name of a mummy discovered in the Peruvian mountains in 1995. She is believed to have been a sacrificial offering by Inca priests to the volcano Mount Ampato, where she remained buried in the snow for over 500 years. The eruption of a neighbouring volcano melted the ice that encased her tomb. She is believed to have been about 13 years old at the time of her death. It's thought that the cause of death was a blow to the back of her head, which appears as a skull fracture in X-ray analysis. Moving on to number 6 now, we have John Torrington. He was an explorer who was part of an expedition to find the Northwest Passage. The expedition ran into difficulties and John died of pneumonia. He was buried on the remote beachy island in Canada. His grave and some of the others were discovered in 1976. His body was eventually exhumed in order to discover the cause of death. He was found to be amazingly well preserved due to him being buried in the permafrost. Next up at number 5 now, we have George Mallory. He was an English mountaineer who was part of an expedition to be the first person to climb Mount Everest. They made their attempt in June 1924 but disappeared on the northeast ridge. Their fate remained unknown for 75 years. In 1999 his body was discovered at over 26,000 feet. It was astonishingly well preserved due to the freezing conditions. Moving on to number 4 now, we have the soldiers. In 2004 the ice preserved bodies of 3 Austrian soldiers killed in World War I were found near the San Matteo mountain in northern Italy. The bodies were discovered at 11,160 feet up, and officials said the bodies were exceptionally well preserved considering they had been there for about 90 years at that point. They were spotted by Maurizio Vincenzi, the director of a museum who was scanning the glacier with binoculars one day when he noticed marks on it. Next up, number 3 now, we have the mystery body. In June 2015 a mummified body was discovered on Pico de Orizaba, Mexico's highest mountain. It was one of a number of corpses that were uncovered as the glacier and ice packs melted there. Unlike the other bodies though, this one wasn't wearing any sort of climbing gear, just ordinary clothes. This sparked a theory that the person may have died when an airplane crashed into the mountain there in the 1990s. And next up, number 2 now, we have the others. I'm putting this one straight after the last one because they were found on the same mountain as well. These ones however were thought to be hikers from the 1960s. The mountain there has always been popular with hikers and these people were thought to have died when an avalanche engulfed them. To be honest, I'm not even sure if our editors are allowed to show you the pictures of their remains. It's pretty grisly, but anyway, there's the story. And finally, number 1 now, we have the Polar Princess, also known as the Siberian Ice Maiden. This is the mummy of a woman who died in the 5th century BC. She was found in 1993 in south central Russia. Her body appeared to be undisturbed thanks to her subterranean burial chamber. She was thought to have been in her 20s when she died, although the cause of death is still unknown. Cannabis found near her tomb seems to suggest that she used that drug to relieve some sort of chronic pain in her life. A reconstruction of her face was created using her skull in conjunction with measurements taken from the skulls and facial features of people who live in that area today. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that, hope you're having a nice day. What videos do you want to see next on the channel? Thanks for watching, my name's Danny Burke and I'll see you all in the next video.